Imagine traveling through Germany and being able to camp without being on one of the big commercial campgrounds. From private gardens to scenic fields, all at no cost. Sounds like a dream? Well, I'm going to tell you how this is possible. Hi dear adventure enthusiasts! Today we're diving into the world of One Night Tent, a unique platform that elevates camping to a whole new level. Let's just take a closer look at One Night Tent. The founder Anne-Sophie Hussler and Patrick Priel were sitting on the balcony discussing the concept of every man's right, inspired by their experience what they've done in Scandinavia. And that is how One Night Tent was born. So 2 years ago they've decided to bring up the platform. One Night Tent is based on the couchsurfing principle, but for campers. So it's just like couchsurfing, but someone offers, instead of their couch, they offer their private gardens or fields or anything. So anything where you can basically pitch your tent. All the spots that you can find on the site are free, and there is not even a need to register either as a user or as a host. So let's take a more profound look into the concept of One Night Tent and how it actually works. There are two different aspects of using the site. On one hand, we have the campers, on which I will focus as I have more experience in that field, but also on the side of people who offer their private space to camp on. As a camper, you just need to go on onenighttent.com, and then there's an interactive map listing all the available camp spots. Simply select one of the spots, and then you can see further information on the spot, for example, special requirements or anything the host would like to mention or point out. Mostly it's just a telephone number and a short description of the spot itself. At the bottom you can find the preferred information on how to contact them, either by phone or by mail. And that is basically it. And like I already mentioned, you don't have to sign up as a user. You can basically just go on the site, look at a spot and contact them directly via email or telephone. And as a host, it's easy as well. To set up a spot, you just basically go on the campground and fill in the required information, long and latitude, and then you basically submit it and wait until it is confirmed, and then it's when it's in the system. I can't remember how long it took until my spot was online, but it didn't take very long. So approximately a day or two, depending on if it's a regular workday or if it's weekend or something like that. So it's still all private, so in that case it's not a big company which is behind it that they're working on constantly, so that it might take some time. There are only 5 rules on One Night Tent, and let me just quickly read them out to you as they are on the website. Number 1, one night. The spots are meant for an overnight stay during your journey, not for a week-long free vacation. Number 2, pre-registration required. Most spots are located in people's home gardens. Please contact the host in advance to let them know that you're coming. Of course, they are entitled to decline if it's not suitable time for them or to accommodate any guests at all currently. Number 3. If you are arriving with a camper van or similar vehicle, please ask for permission in advance. Some places may not have the space for it, or the hosts might simply not like it. We will jump into that rule later on again, as I have had my fair share of experience with that one, and I just want to share my stories with that one. Number 4. The overnight is stayed without any exchange of goods or services. If someone asks for money for your stay, please report them directly to hello@onenighttent.com. And last but not least, number 5. No advertising. The contact information of the host is strictly for overnight stay inquiries. Requests for promotional purposes are legally prohibited. Well, most of the time I have had awesome experience, not awful, awesome experiences. And there was only one instance, like I said, with rule number 3, there was only one instance where the entire thing was quite odd, and I don't know what was going on, and I'm not gonna judge, or I'm not gonna say anything about that, but so simply short, I arrived there, I told them, listen, I'm traveling through Germany, and I would like to pitch my tent on that evening, and I'll be gone on the next day, as I have just need a short stay and stuff like that. And when I arrived, it was not that late, but it was already getting dark. They said, yeah, well, you can't stay here as you're riding with a motorbike, and we don't support motorbike riders. And that was a bit odd, and I didn't know how to react. But in the end, I thought, okay, they offer their space for free, so let's just let's just pack up and leave. So in the end, I just put my helmet back on, wished them a good evening, and then I went on and actually looked for a hotel and stayed in a hotel for that night. That was a bit odd, but like I said, or like even the rule said, communicate. Maybe I could have done it a little bit clearer in communicating. I have no idea what their problem was with motorbike riders, but you can never look into someone else's head. So yeah, just communicate what you're doing, and then that should be fine. All the other times went flawless. All the other stays were absolutely fantastic. Yes, the one or the other occasion where no one was home, I wasn't able to find the location directly, or short regular misunderstandings, like nothing really big. But I've had some awesome stays. I've met some wonderful people. In one instance, they actually offered me to wash my clothes, which I was very thankful for, and that was probably the reason why they offered it to me, because I didn't have anything clean with me anymore, and I wanted to go to wash up next day anyway. But they offered to do it for me, and it was absolutely fantastic. I've had some wonderful evenings. I've had some great food, what they've offered sometimes for me. I heard some great stories. Most of the time when we get there, or when we stay at someone else's place at one night tent, most of the time they offer us something to drink, or even to barbecue with them, just to exchange stories, and most of the people actually want to hear where you're coming from and what your stories are and everything. It brings you closer together, and that is absolutely fantastic. So basically, that was our insight into One Night Tent, a fascinating initiative that redefines the camping experience and lets you save a lot of money on your next trip. Within Germany, there are numerous spots, but outside of Germany, that's a different story, unfortunately. But we can see a definite increase in spots all over Europe, and it is possible to basically just go on the site and enter your spot as well, no matter if you're in North America, somewhere in Europe. Just submit the form, and then you can be part of the entire ordeal. It's an absolute fantastic concept, and I'm really using it, and I will be using it in the future. And even myself, I have my space, our garden, offered for other people, and it's a great initiative, and compared to all of the other expensive campgrounds. All right, in that case, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you want to see more content like this. See you in the next video. Bye.